We skipped a game.
Oops.
We like to keep you guys on the edge when it comes to commentaries. I never know which way or sideways we're going to go with this sort of shit.
So last time Crash freed his girlfriend, and now a space station rammed into an island.
Yes. You're not getting context.
To clarify, we are not skipping Crash 2 completely. We're just doing it later, because sometimes the schedule is annoying like that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, originally I was supposed to record Crash 2 N-Sane Trilogy edition for BrainScratch, but then I'm sorry, but I'm too busy right at the moment.
Holidays and all that.
SGB and holidays and all sort of things. So Ryan already had Crash 3 recorded, so we figured, you know what? Let's not let it stew over and become another Fire Emblem Awakening and do it now.
Yep.
Now
I forget, is it Uka Uka's voice the same as before, or is he different?
Different.
No, Uka was voiced by Clancy Brown in
Okay.
the original game. I think it's John DiMaggio in this game.
Gotcha. It's a little hard to tell with the reverb they added to him.
Well, he's always had reverb, but...
Yeah, it's particularly noticeable here.
Now, there is a bit of an element lost to this cutscene, for as nicely animated as it is. Because we don't have this menacing shadow sitting still and calmly talking, we get a much angrier, more hectic impression of Uka Uka here. Whereas in...
To be fair, he was in that temple for God knows how long.
Yeah, but like in the original game, he was more menacing. So
Yeah.
it made his anger when it actually did happen a little bit more shocking. You know? So,
Very tranquil.
so because of that, Uka Uka has a bit of a different feel as a character here.
Also,
Yeah,
we don't have Entropy slowly walking in from the background the entire time.
that too. And you know, it's something to think about, just in terms of what it does for the tone of a character. And yeah, I know this is a Crash Bandicoot game. The story's not important. They cry, but you know, I'm not here to talk for 2 seconds and just say, "Hey, it was good." I like to analyze this stuff, so bite me.
Well, you're free to have your opinion, but you can kiss my ass.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying I like it for different reasons than I liked the original one. And some of the reasons that I liked the original one for aren't here, is all.
Well, when it comes to Entropy's entrance there, I kind of like the N-Sane Trilogy version because it does insinuate that he is a master of time and space. In the original, it was more imposing when you see a shadowy figure in the background, but then when he just walks up, like, oh, I guess that's my cue now. I'm going to walk up now. Don't blow it, Entropy. And here, I only got one shot.
Hit your spot.
Yeah, stand right here.
What you don't see is a little white X tape on the ground, which is his cue. So yeah, Crash 3 N-Sane. Same physics as 1 and 2. I feel Crash 3 makes a bit more use of the new physics, considering there's more variety here. Now, whether or not that works for some other things is obviously up for debate, considering Coco's jet ski.
Yeah,
But I feel the Crash 3 level design philosophy is a little bit more tuned to this kind of physics than 1 and 2 were.
for the most part. I still don't have a big problem with the way that the vehicles control. Well, except for the motorcycle. The motorcycle was bad before, and it's worse now. But the I guess because I don't really give a shit about speedrunning this stuff. Like, I've never tried, so I don't really know how it feels. When I picked up the jet ski level in this game, it clicked just fine. Like,
well, you see, I'm not judging the controls of the jet ski based off the speed running, just general feel.
yeah, but you've also
Compared to
gone
the
after the
original
relics,
game,
which is
it's
what
heavy.
I mean.
It's heavy as hell.
You've gone after the relics, though, which is what I mean. I never bothered.
Yeah, well,
just completing the level, you know. No, because I remember, when I reviewed the N-Sane Trilogy, I specifically said I don't mind it as much when I'm going really fast. It's just when I'm going for the Gemini sort of thing, and I'm trying to collect boxes and all that. Like, holy shit, it's like I'm on molasses.
Yeah, the biggest one, like the second biggest relic I had to get for this was hot cocoa, because one, you can't really cheese it the same way. You can, but it's a lot harder.
I would debate that because even LA can do it.
Oh, really? Okay, I guess I've been having bad luck then.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
Can I just say that these medieval levels in the new newfangled graphics engine look fucking fantastic. I mean, Crash 3 always was the game that introduced like different lighting styles to differentiate repeated stage themes, but here, because we've got this brand new lighting engine and individually rendered blades of grass, everything is just so goddamn impressive.
And the grass isn't 2D.
Yeah. And it's because you mentioned grass that Ted took the preemptive and decided not to join us for this commentary. Because he didn't want the comment section getting flooded with Hyrule Warriors all over again in Sonic Boom.
Yeah, and you'll be seeing every trophy I get, as you saw earlier, because I didn't need to practice this game. I know how it is.
It's Crash 3.
Well, it's also,
it's
also, to be fair, non-interactive grass.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're on this.
It's important to mention that because like if it's non-interactive, they can make it look better because it doesn't have to respond to animations. The same principle applies to Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which has fucking beautiful water effects, but you can't actually touch the water.
It's forbidden.
So
yeah, standard video game hero syndrome. They can't swim.
Out of all the games remade for this collection, Crash 3 definitely gets the most out of it because it was already the most visually varied out of the original 3 games.
Yes.
Well, in terms of visuals, yes.
Yeah.
In terms of gameplay, obviously, it's Crash 1, but...
Well, no, I think it's even the most visually... Oh, well, not the most visually varied, but also the most varied gameplay-wise of the original 3.
I think what Ryan was saying was that Crash 1 benefited the most in terms of gameplay.
Okay, well... Okay, yeah, if you're talking about like the more consistent controls, sure.
More consistent controls, obviously changing the gem problem, not making the hitboxes quite so wonky.
Well, they made them wonky in a different way in places.
Yes, but at least it's consistent wonky.
Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
No, we have to do that for Crash 2.
Wonky
Yeah,
the Wombat.
you're right. No, wonky dick.
There, you said it. You said it.
Shit. Make a t-shirt!
I have no idea where that meme comes from, but...
It's Johnny's
our
Crash.
SGB Crash 2 playthrough. And I'm not sorry.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like an SGB thing.
Oh, hey, fuck you too.
So I am showing one time trial just so we can see how it works. Basically, all Wumpa Fruit are gone. Boxes change. There are certain boxes that will have a number on it, though if you break that, it will stall the timer for that number of seconds. And basically, at that point, it's just normal race to the end. Fairly simple, but some of the levels can get quite devious in getting golds or even platinums.
Yeah.
Tedious, but never to the point of I want to put the controller down.
Yeah.
Because I don't. It's probably just me, but like when I know I'm on a good time for a gold or God forbid a platinum, I gotta keep resetting.
Yeah. Or you're making just that one little mistake that's causing it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm doing everything else fine. I want that good run.
There are a handful of levels where I feel like I can't be bothered. I'll just take the sapphire and be on my way. But most of the level design in Crash 3 is pretty streamlined to the point where they're not too cumbersome to replay.
Yeah. I got 105%, so I had to get all golds. The only two that really gave me shit were the aforementioned
Hot Cocoa
and Tomb Waiter.
Ugh.
Blue gem level.
Although part of that was probably just because I was getting frustrated and I was getting to like halfway through the level. It's like, no, I want a really good run because I've got this first half like perfectly down.
Tomb Waiter is the one where, in order to speedrun it, you kind of have to bounce across enemies in 3D, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is easier said than done.
It's the one with the water. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yes, it is.
The blue gem level.
The way you're supposed to play it normally is by waiting for the water to go down, but they position enemies so that you can you can Mario bounce across them.
And I do get on the run-throughs. I actually got 2 platinums.
I don't like scuba diving.
The second scuba
In real
diving
life
level.
or in Crash 3?
I don't like scuba diving at all in these games.
Ironically, the second scuba diving level is what was one of the platinums.
There was something in change between this and the original Crash 3 where by mashing X you can have Crash swim faster, which you can still do in this game, but it doesn't have quite the same oomph. In fact, spinning constantly is now way faster than just pumping X.
Yeah.
If you keep doing that, you can get the platinum relatively easily as long as you don't, overly hit everything.
Yeah.
Hold on to your Akus as often as you can.
Yeah. Well,
and the other platinum I got was Oedipus Rex, which you can't cheese, but I still got a platinum anyway.
You still got it. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah. For that one now, you have to absolutely get
Actually
going.
play the level.
Well,
Yeah.
that too, but you have to absolutely get going at the earliest possible moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I think
we'll
like,
get
there's a specific number of seconds that you have to wait before grabbing the clock and moving.
Actually, no, you can. As soon as you load in, if you hold right into the egg, press square and then X, you will get on the dinosaur earlier.
And then
That will allow you to beat the first steam vent and thus get the earliest possible cycle.
Right.
Because of the cycles of the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Previously,
Those are the most annoying ones where you have to go in time with the stage's like global cycle to make sure you don't run into steam vents at this, because it just fucking interrupts your flow. I was like, come on.
I just want to go.
I just want to go. I want my platinum.
Now, what was I gonna say?
You hate scuba diving.
The scuba diving levels are annoying, but they're not as bad in Crash 3 as I think they were in Wrath of Cortex, where they were just unnecessarily spacious everywhere.
Oh boy, we need to get to that
Well,
one.
what
at
is
some point.
What is Wrath of Cortex if not Crash 3?
Crash
With better graphics.
better
But worse
graphics
level
and-
design.
Well,
But worse
one
level
of the
design, yeah.
consistent level design problems in Crash 3 is that everything was too wide and too spaced out because they were trying to be all impressive by making the levels more open. Well, open in massive air quotes.
Well, how so?
Because they were
Yeah,
still
I was gonna say,
linear.
how so?
Yeah, they were wider, just in general. Like, there was more horizontal space to explore, but a lot of the time what this resulted in was the few enemies on screen being too far apart to matter.
Oops.
Oh,
God damn
That
it.
one box.
And it's right below you.
Yep.
and then I broke it with my mind. Whoa.
Then I threw my controller on the ground.
Yeah.
Stop the recording.
Uh,
Crash dance.
yeah. That's the Crash dance, alright.
Oh man, we're part one. We're already getting into the no shit visual commentary.
So what do you think of the little change they did for the Crash dance?
Well, it's essentially the same thing except for that one. The fist pumping
Without
and the feet
pelvic
sliding.
thrusting.
Yeah, the public thrusting is essentially gone, and they replaced it with the running in place animation. I like the squeaky noise, but it's like I kind of miss the
Speaking
public
of the
thrusting.
Crash dance, have either of you seen the Japanese title screen for the original Crash 3?
No.
The title screen.
The title screen, yes. It features Crash doing an extended version of the Crash dance. Because the Crash
By
dance was a
extended,
big
what is
thing
it?
in the Japanese
What's the
market.
extended? What's extended?
Extended as in with additional moves after the end of the Crash dance as we knew it.
Huh.
Huh?
So-
Like what does he do? Like 6 public thrusts?
I don't remember. But
Did he show up in the background of Michael Jackson's
There are
Adam?
basically there are dance moves that he does that aren't in the American version of the game at all. You can find it on YouTube. Also, the title screen plays the Ryan. Why did
No,
you
I
do
missed a
that?
box. I mixed a
Lewis
box.
is distracted.
That was the
Lewis,
most,
finish your sentence.
That was the most inefficient suicide I've ever seen in this level. But oh, for fuck's sake!
I missed it. I missed it again.
All right, so the title screen also features the Crash Bandicoot theme from the Japanese commercials. The one
Which I don't like.
The one that I did
Sorry, I don't
that I included a music video of at the end of the Crash 1 playthrough.
Yeah.
Which one though? Which part?
The
Remember, Ryan didn't need to practice.
No, generally no. It's just that you can't turn around with these.
The tiger doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
He only knows how to go forward. Very inspirational. Never look back.
Whew, you finally made it. You
Now
know,
don't die.
there's usually that one box in these animal riding stages that I miss all the time and have to keep suiciding for, but that has never been one of them. I'm not really sure why. It is a bit tricky to get, but I've never had.
What
a
I
problem
find
with
the
that
most-
swerve.
What I find the most quote-unquote difficult thing to overcome with the N-Sane version of these is that the animation for the riding levels are a little more bouncy, and that fucks with my turning a bit. Well, not turning, so much timing when to go left and right. You know,
Yeah, because they're technically turning, but you can turn while they're in their like above the ground running part of the animation.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to run as Coco in the animal stages. Coco could only walk
slowly
in Crash 3.
But it was only like for a few seconds. Was that really that big of a deal?
Coco dance.
Like how she's...
I love how she ends that with, "I got bees in my hair."
dusting the floor with her sneakers.
Yeah. We're gonna be here all fucking day.
It's nice to be able to see Tiny's teeth and not cringe.
You mean it's not like he's just chomping on some big black thing that's filling his mouth?
I forget if he had like individually modeled teeth in the original, but the way mouth animations worked did not go well with Tiny Tiger's face.
Nah, I think it was just the 2D plane that just like warped.
Yeah.
Warped. See.
So is this the Triceratops that was sick in Jurassic Park, or?
Well, not really. I mean, I've never seen a sick Triceratops move the way he does. To be fair, I don't know many actual real-life Triceratops. Except maybe that one movie that had a Triceratops as a cop.
I need this question answered for me. Whatever happened to that Triceratops? Was it okay?
I assume it died.
I'm gonna assume it got eaten.
Yeah.
What? A T-Rex found it, ate it, and then spent the next 12 hours sick to his stomach because it was sick?
Well, maybe one of the Velociraptors got to it.
One of them?
Yeah. It wasn't moving. I'm pretty sure it can get the job done. It'll take a while.
You'd be surprised what adrenaline can do.
True, but I don't know many real-life dinosaurs. Books can only tell me so many things, and movies.
And the movies are completely scientifically accurate, as we all know.
Yes.
When you're in that fight or flight reaction. This is true of humans and animals and everything. You can suddenly do things and ignore pain the way you normally wouldn't be able to.
So you're saying is, as long as I'm in danger, I can pull off a Kamehameha in defense?
No.
A Kamehameha specifically.
Yes.
No, but your body suddenly becomes willing to risk its own stability in order to survive.
Yeah. And you'll survive, but you're gonna crash hard.
Well, yeah.
So instead of a Kamehameha, I can do the Kaioken.
More or less.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, if anything, fight or flight is kind of like Kaioken.
Are we Saiyans?
No, we're not Saiyans. I'm sorry, buddy. Our fates are no different than Tien and Yamcha and Krillin.
Oh well. We're not martial artists anyway. We're just game commentators.
Well, no. I guess if we're going for the human threshold, I mean, Oob is technically human.
Sort of.
I suppose.
I mean, he is. Sure, he has the backstory of an evil genie, but I mean, don't we all? I'm pretty sure if I look at Ancestry.com, I can find some sort of ancient magician that was tied to my bloodline. Do some hocus pocus and make this goddamn back problem go away.
Huh. So, Merlin regenerated as a Puerto Rican Philadelphian?
Yes. Puerto Rican, though, is kind of specific. You want to keep broaden it. Hispanic.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I was just
next
going
time
by what you
on
said
Doctor Who.
That's what you called yourselves on SGB that one time. So that's what I used. Oh,
what?
Oops.
Green box is bad.
That's actually me trying to abuse invincibility frames to get rid of him.
Why? The dinosaur breaks them for you.
Yeah. More or less to see if I could, really.
Okay, so
now, speaking of multiple gem pathways or having to come back for boxes, I am basically going to be getting every box along the path my first time just to show how you're supposed to get them. And if I have to go back for any alternate paths, I will skip to the alternate path and get the boxes there.
I didn't notice that before. Crash leaves footprints in the dirt on the paths in that level.
And that's why this is amazing. Fucking worth the price tag
Pretty
alone.
Cool detail.
Well, it's worth the price tag alone because you're getting 3 really good games for it.